Now, most people think about RC racing as being something that's really expensive, like a $1,000 RC car, or maybe even a $2,000 RC car. But today, we're talking about race cars that are about $200. These are from One RC, and they make mini oval cars in a bunch of different varieties. And today, we've got all the different cars here. Now, One RC has been making RC cars for almost a decade. This is our first time playing with them, but these are low-cost oval race cars that look like the real thing, and they're just great low-cost, simple, and fair racing RC solutions. With the big bonus being, you can make a track for them just about anywhere. Now, the cars that we have here are the Asphalt Late Model, the Dirt Late Model, the Dirt Street Stock, the EDM, the Asphalt Modified, the Super Modified, the Sprint Car, and of course, the Midget. Now, all of these cars include everything. They include the batteries, the chargers, the transmitters, even the AA's, and they're all going to be brushless. Now, all the cars are also available in either a black, red, or clear body color, except for this Dirt Street Stock, which is only available in clear. Now, all the cars are also only 18th scale, but their sizes are going to vary quite a bit. And we've got them lined up here by their sizes. And at the end here, the late models are going to be the biggest, and these are about 11.5 inches long and about 10 ounces in weight. All the way over here are going to be the smallest, with the Midget only being 7 inches long, and it weighs 6.6 ounces. Now, the cool thing about these cars is that they all have a one-piece tube frame chassis design. They're all realistic. They have a solid rear straight axle, and they all have brushless motors included. All the chassis are also optimized for oval racing, so they're going to be offset a bit for turning left. They also have all ball bearings. They have fully adjustable suspension, so you can fine tune them. They've got Lexan bodies. They all have a high torque 8700 kV brushless motor, and they have a standalone ESC that's also LiPo compatible because they include a NIM battery. And ProTech sells a LiPo battery that's only $11 that you can put right into this. You'll probably need a LiPo charger as well. Maybe something like this cheap EcoPower for about $27 if you don't already have one. And then the last piece of gear with these cars is going to be the Metal Gear steering servo. And as you imagine, they all have a 2.4 gigahertz transmitter. Now, these cars vary in price between $200 to $250, but they're complete. So that's not a bad way to get into racing. And if you want to have fair racing where you can't really change a whole lot, it's a great way to go. The biggest and coolest thing about it, though, is that you can make a track just about anywhere. In a driveway, you could put up a little track in your backyard, maybe something in your garage. There's a lot of different hobby shops, like our hobby shop, where we used to have a track indoors, and then you can play year round. It's also nice that they're so small because they're easier to store away. And this one we've put inside of a ProTech engine case. Despite their size, though, they really do look fantastic. They have little driver figures inside. There's nice lines on the Lexan. Some of them have chrome bumpers. There's wings. We have coilover suspension. We have some engine details on some of them, window nets, exhaust pipes hanging off. They just look awesome, and they pretty much are a blank slate as they come for you to customize and make it however you want, or mimic a real race car if you want to. Now, from a racing perspective, the closed wheel vehicles, they're going to be best for the beginners to start with. You can do some bumping and rubbing, and you probably won't end up in a crash. These vehicles are a little bit heavier because of the body, and they're going to be a little bit slower, but they're going to be the most forgiving. The open-wheeled vehicles are going to be a little lighter. They're going to be a little bit faster, but when you make contact during racing, you're probably going to end up in a crash. So we're going to do some racing in a little bit, and another employee has the late model, so we've got the late model as well. Now, the battery is a 2300 milliamp hour nickel metal hydride, so let's just test the car out and see what surfaces these tires work well on. Transmitter's pretty nice. We just have our basic steering and throttle trim, and then a steering dual rate, and then reverses. So this isn't the asphalt version of the late model, and these tires are probably better on dirt. Ooh, yeah, a little slick. This is like a polished concrete surface, and maybe the asphalt version of the tires would work better. So this is some low slung industrial carpet, and the tires are hooking up a lot better. Can mainly feel because we've got more steering on that concrete. It just pushed a bit. I'm not very good at this, but the car is hooking up better. Whoa, I lose it just as I say that. So this is outside in our parking lot, and it's still a little slick. A little dirtier out here. This would be a lot more fun with other people. But using a couple of these discs make it really easy to set up a little course. So we're out here in our dirt oval, which has been sugared so it's sticky. And it does feel like the tires hook up the best out here. Right, it does that. The inside lane here is a little wet. So I'm trying to just stay on the outside. They recently watered. But this surface feels really good. As long as you don't pin it too hard on the exit of the corner. I just need a little bit more space. So we've picked up some asphalt tires. These tires are made in standard compound and then soft, and then you can get them in the black or chrome wheels. These are the soft versions. And the tires come in a pack of 4. They have foam inserts, they're glued up. These are pretty soft. They have a little white dot on the sidewall too. Now if we get closer, you can see the different tread pattern here. The asphalts have just like these tiny little textured pins, and it's interesting to see that the asphalt tires are a little bit skinnier. They come in a pack of 4, and that's the only way you can get them. There's no fronts or rears. But yeah, interestingly, they're a little bit skinnier. I think they should still fit on here no problem. The wheel nut tool's included, which is really nice, and then the rear wheels are actually keyed. It's not quite a perfect hex. And then the front wheels use a little mini bearing. So the slimmer tires do kind of recess a little bit inside the body. I think it's going to be all right, but I think it's good to keep in mind that if you get the dirt late model tires and put it on the street car, they're going to be a bit wider and then stick out from the body. Let's test these tires. Oh no. So I think I tightened down the front wheel nuts a little too tight and it bound up the front tires. I backed off the nut slightly there. You can see it's rolling. Well, that's really easy to over tighten these. Oh. Oh wow, I don't have any steering. It's pushing so bad. The rear end feels like it's gripping, but not the front. I'm stabbing the brakes there to get that rear end to slide out. So these tires work really good on the carpet. Wow, there's tons of grip. It's got really good steering. The rear end isn't breaking loose. That feels really good. So back out in the parking lot, and the tires are working out good here. Got good steering, good control coming out of the turn. Feels really nice. The tires have a little bit of a screech to them too when they hit that corner. This is fun. I'm feeling like I want to duel somebody. All right, to do some dueling, we have Chris, who has a late model, and we have Brandon, who has the Midget. And in front of us is one of the RCP foam tracks. The thing is that this particular track isn't all that wide for these cars, but RCP does make the super oval, which is a little bit wider and would be a really good solution for these cars. So let's just try it out, see how well it works, and if we need to, we'll go behind us to our big carpet track and we can battle there. On your mark, get set, go. Oh, that didn't start well. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is our first attempt at trying this, and it's a little tricky. Here we go. Oh, and I hacked Chris. Sorry about that, Chris.
Thank you.
These asphalt tires are working really well on this foam. So Chris and I have the same car, but he's using the LiPo, and his car should be quite a bit faster. So we're on the big carpet track right now. Let's do a drag race. Go. Go. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it seems like my car tacks out a bit faster than yours. This carpet track has so much grip, the car feels a little bit wandery left and right, like it's not tracking quite straight. And there is a servo saver on the servo. Probably could use to be tightened up or to just buy the optional solid servo horn. Guys, these cars are awesome, and we're just scratching the surface of the fun you can have with only 2 cars. The Midget car we pulled off because the steering wasn't working right, and it had dirt tires and it just wasn't hooking up that well. For the late models, they both were using asphalt tires. But killer little cars that are complete packages, you can use them on a ton of different surfaces. Making a track is really easy, and they're inexpensive. Maybe the best thing about them is just how cool they look, and there's so many different varieties to choose from. So guys, go check out these cars with our links down below, or if you want more RC videos, check these out.